Hey team, welcome to the Great 8, my first ever vegan fitness program. It's day 1, we're doing full body cardio today, and at the end of the workout, I'll share with you guys my first tip on how to switch to a vegan diet. All right team, don't need any equipment today, just get your mat and your water bottle. Let's get ready to rock. All right team, we're gonna start with just a simple warm-up. We're gonna start with some butt kickers. So pull the heel up towards your booty, get the arms moving with it. Keep in mind it's full body cardio today, so we do need everything a little loose, a little warm, moving a bit. And the entire series is low impact, so if you wanna bump it up to here, you can. Otherwise, let's go ahead and keep it nice and low impact. All right team, good. It is cloudy today, but it's actually really warm out here. It's like 70 degrees, so it's like perfect outside workout conditions, which BT dubs, if you are not outside, you should totally pause the video and go outside unless it's like snowing or something like that. All right team, go ahead and come into your natural squat stance. We're gonna come into a squat to overhead reach, nice stretch in the side body here, back down to that squat, and then side stretch to the other side. Alternating sides right here. Don't worry about getting super low in the squat. Keep in mind it's just a warm up, so do the best you can, especially if you're have a desk job or something like that, maybe you're a little tight in the hips. Don't worry about it, just focus on getting a little bit lower with each rep. Good team. Beautiful. Good. It's ironic, I know my shirt says here comes the sun and there's no sun, but maybe it'll come and prove me correct. Here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do. Who knows that song? Good. What is it, by the Beatles? Here comes the sun, I said, it's all right. Perfect team. We're gonna go ahead and come into some windmills. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the feet nice and wide here, arms out in a T formation. I'm gonna take my left hand, reach it towards the right foot, come back to center. Right foot goes towards the foot, back to center. All right team? Just alternating sides right here. Channel your junior high gym class days. Windmills. And keep in mind here, it's really easy to incidentally just focus on the hamstring stretch and forget about this top arm, which should be twisting up. But the top arm should be twisting up. Get a nice spinal twist there, get the core a little warm. Beautiful team. Good. Remember to go at your own pace, you don't have to match me. Good. Even it out here wherever you are. One more on each side. Perfect team. And then go ahead, take this workout from the top, so go ahead and come right back into those butt kickers with the arms pumping. Good team. Beautiful. I actually really like I like old school music, but not like Beatles too. I'm not like all the way back to the 60s type of thing, but I like 90s. Some of you that might be older than me are like, you call that old? But like, no, I like 90s, some 80s, early 2000s, pretty much from 2010 onwards. You lost me, but prior to that, I was good. Perfect team. Go ahead and come right back into those squats, alternating overhead reaches. Maybe get a little bit lower this time. Second time around, we're feeling a little looser. Good. If it feels good to kind of hang out in the squat for a bit, you can, or if you want to hang out in the side stretch, maybe that's feeling awesome, you also can. Good team, do what's best for your body. Good, I'm just your guide, but this is your workout. Good team. Good, let's go, even it out. One more on each side. Perfect. Go ahead and come right back into those windmills, arms out in a T formation. Let's work. Good. And please excuse the jet flying by overhead. That's the background noise you might hear. It'll pass soon. Good team. Beautiful. Good. Perfect team. Go ahead and even it out. One more on each side. Beautiful. Go ahead and keep the feet nice and wide right here. We're going to go ahead and bend just the right knee, come into this lateral lunge. Feel a nice stretch in the groin area here. Good. Hold it for a bit and then switch sides. And you can switch at your own pace here. I'm going to go ahead and do like maybe 3 on each side. Good team. Beautiful. I could hear like a noise in these bushes. So the other day, go ahead and walk those feet back together. We're gonna go ahead and come towards the front of the mat right here and step just the right foot back, come into a nice high lunge. So get this hip underneath. You can drop the back knee to get this hip underneath, but push this hip forward, push the left hip crease back and get a nice stretch in the front of this hip flexor right here. If you're not feeling it, you can take a bigger step back. If you have sensitive knees, also okay to stay nice and high. So I hear a rustling in these leaves over here. And the other day I was running around here and a raccoon came out. It was so cute. Oh my goodness. So it's like, it came out and then I was like, oh my God, I gotta get my camera out to get a picture. And then he like scurried back quicker than I could get my phone. Perfect, team. Go ahead and straighten out through that front leg. Step the back foot up a little bit here and come into a pyramid posture. Hinge at the hips and bringing the fingertips down towards the ground. Don't worry about touching the ground or keeping the leg perfectly straight. Keep a slight bend here in this front leg. That's totally fine. Good, team. Good, go ahead and roll it up and we're gonna do the same thing other side. So step the back foot up to meet the front, step back with the left foot this time, come into this hip flexor stretch, get this left hip underneath you and pull the right hip crease back. His little paws is what got me. Scurried out, saw me and was like, doo-doo-doo. Cutie. Good, team. When you're ready, step that back foot up part of the way. Go ahead and straighten out through the front leg, come into this pyramid posture. Good. Beautiful, team. We're gonna spend some time in this grade 8 journey doing lots of mobility work. So if you're feeling tight, don't worry, I got you. Good, team. Go ahead and roll it up. Go ahead and bring both feet together here. And we're gonna come about hip width apart, hinge at the hips. We're gonna come into a standing cat-cow stretch. So go ahead, big arch in the back, look forward, pull the shoulders down away from the ears, and then curve belly button to spine, wiggle it out a little bit, get a little weird. Good, team, big arch. If I can do this on YouTube, you can do this in your own home. Good, team, and curve. Good, let's go one more each. Big arch and curve. Beautiful, team. Go ahead and stand it up. We're gonna come into some shoulder rotation. So I'm just gonna take both arms, draw big circles forward, up and back, open up through the chest. Good, we'll do like 3 big slow circles and then switch directions. Beautiful, team, other way. Good. Good, big chest opener here. Perfect. Get some water if you need it. Let's get ready to rock. All right, team, so coming into our first circuit, we're gonna start with some squat to front kick. So go ahead and come into your natural squat stance. You're gonna squat down, come up, kick it forward, squat back down, kick it forward with the other side. Don't worry about kicking super high. It's okay if we're just going right here. All right, team, just do the best you can. When you're ready, we got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. Good, team. Good. I had a dream last night that I was filming, and when I went to edit it, there was like a whale jumping in the background. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sad I missed it. But back to reality, I never see whales in the background of my videos. I wish I did though. They are common out here, so eyes open. Good, team. Good. Perfect. Shake it off. We're gonna go ahead and come towards the back of the mat right here. We're gonna come into 2 walking lunges to a jog back. So it looks like this. I'm gonna walking lunge other side to the front of the mat right here, and then jog it back. If you don't have a mat, just go ahead and take 2 lunges and then jog back. All right, team, if you have bad knees, don't worry about getting super low. It's okay to keep that lunge nice and high. Just do the best we can here. All right, team, when you're ready, we got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. Good. Good, get that heart rate up. It is a cardio workout. Beautiful, team. Good. So I heard, I told you guys I was hearing some rustling in the leaves. I looked and one of the things is a giant wasp. So not a cute little raccoon, but maybe a raccoon's in there. Maybe they'll pop out too. Good, team. Beautiful. Shake it off. We're gonna go ahead and stay on the side of the mat. Go ahead and come into a nice squatted position here. We're gonna lateral shuffle across the mat, cross body punch, lateral shuffle back, cross body punch. So this inner arm punches across the body. All right, team, when you're ready, you got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. Good. Beautiful, team. Good, team. I almost punched with the wrong arm. I took a little brain thought there. What arm is supposed to go? Good, team. And it's okay if you think like I just did it, just like punch with the wrong arm. That's okay. Just keep moving. Keep moving your feet. Good. Beautiful, team. We're gonna come into some lateral lunge tap downs. I'm gonna get the hair out of my mouth, and we're gonna come into some lateral lunge tap downs. So feet nice and wide right here. Go ahead and bend just the right knee. Tap the ground with your left hand. Come back to center here. Bend just the left knee. Tap your right hand back to center. All right, team, so 30 seconds, alternating sides right there. When you're ready, let's work. Beautiful, team. Beautiful. Nice and low. Make sure you're bending this knee and not just touching the ground because you're hinging at the hips, but make sure it's really bending here into that lateral lunge. Throw the arms out, little ice skater mode. Beautiful, team. Good, a few more seconds, stay. Perfect, team. Shake it off. We're gonna take that circuit from the top. So come back into your natural squat stance, squat to front kicks, team. We got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. Beautiful. Good, team. Touch your toe if you can. Be a cheerleader. Good, team. I was never a cheerleader, but you know, we can pretend. Good, team. I played soccer. That was my sport of choice. And ran track for a little bit, but I really just ran track, you know, because I like soccer and I was just trying to be better at soccer. Good, team. Or football if you're in really any other country besides the US. Perfect, team. Go ahead and come towards the back of the mat. We'll come into those 2 walking lunges to a jog back. 30 seconds on the clock, team. Let's work. Which is kind of interesting. I don't know why we're the only country that calls it that. Why we don't just join the rest of the world in calling it football? I guess because we have our own version of football. Which I had an Australian roommate for a while, and he said they called what we call football in the US American football, and that soccer is like a regular football. Good, team. And they also had he has Australian football, which is a whole nother game. All right, team, we're gonna go ahead and come into those lateral shuffles to cross body punch over towards one side of the mat, team. Get low, 30 seconds on the clock, let's work. Beautiful, team. Make sure you're keeping that nice bend in the knees the whole time. Nice and soft here. Beautiful, team. Beautiful, few more seconds, stay with me. Good. It's kind of like how the US is like the only place that doesn't use the metric system. Perfect, team. Go ahead and keep those feet nice and wide. Lateral lunge tap downs, 30 seconds on the clock, team. Let's work. Good. Which, when I was in college, it was like all we used was the metric system. So I was like, I really wish we just use this all the time. I went to MIT, which has students from all over the world. So yeah, we use the metric system there all the time. Good, team. And I just wish I used it, you know, all my life so I had a better perspective on things. Perfect, team. Go ahead and shake it off, get some water if you need it, and we'll come into a second circuit. All right, team, this entire next circuit is going to be down on the ground. So go ahead and get down, get comfortable. We're gonna start with some forearm plank tap out. So it's gonna come, you're gonna come into a forearm plank, so onto forearms and toes right here, body nice and straight. Push the shoulder blades apart so your heart space is kind of snuggled between the shoulders. And you're just gonna tap one foot out and then the other. All right, team, if this is too challenging, it's okay to just go ahead and hold a plank or even half plank, come down onto the knees right here. All right, team, so just do the best you can. We got 30 seconds right here, team. Pop on up, let's work. Beautiful. Working on that upper body strength. This is kind of like full body experience here. Core nice and tight. Beautiful, team. Good. Beautiful. Try and keep your booty nice and in alignment here. Oh, my foot kind of slid. All right, I got it. Good, team. Few more seconds. Stay with me. Perfect, team. Go ahead and drop the knees. Give those arms a break. We're gonna flip over onto the booty and come on down flat on the mat right here. Make sure the fluff does not go into the dirt. All right, so actively keep your lower back pressed into the ground for this core movement. It's even okay to put your hands under the booty to help you with that a little bit. We're gonna come into some flutter kicks. So take the feet nice and low to the ground right here, and you're just gonna kick right here. Actively press this lower abs pressed into the floor. All right, team, so if this is too challenging to keep it really low, just bring that flutter up a little bit higher. All right, team, when you're ready, we got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. Beautiful. I don't know if you guys can tell, but now that I'm looking straight up at the sky, it is getting sunnier. So see, we brought it into the world. We brought in that energy. Here comes the sun. Good job, team. Good, team. About 10 more seconds. Stay with me. Good, beautiful, nice strong core here. Perfect. Go ahead and come back up. We're gonna come into some push-up to shoulder taps. How many of you guys, when I just said push-up, were like, oh no, but it's okay, team. Trust me on this one. All right, so go ahead and come into your push-up position. We're gonna push and then shoulder tap, push, shoulder tap other side. If this is too difficult, perfectly okay to just come down onto the knees and push from right here. All right, team, it's also okay if you wanna start on the toes, maybe give it your best, and then if you get tired during those 30 seconds, drop to the knees. Do whatever's best for you, all right, team? When you're ready, we got 30 seconds on the clock. Pop on up, let's work. Beautiful, team. Good, remember to pace yourself. You can actually get a lot of push-ups in 30 seconds. Beautiful. Good, team, about 10 seconds left, stay with me. I'm like throwing grass on myself. Good, team. Perfect. Go ahead and flip back over onto our backs right here. We're gonna come into some propped up bicycles. So go ahead and come down, prop yourself up onto your elbows right here. We're gonna come to some low bicycles from here. So bring one knee into the chest, one leg out, and then just switch. Try and keep it as low to the ground as you can, so it's okay to bicycle up here or even here if we need to. All right, team, just do the best you can. When you're ready, we got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. Beautiful, team. Nice strong core. Good. Breathe through it, stay with me. Good. Good, team. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to sweat. Good. Feels good. A few more seconds. I sweat like easily. Like easier than, like most of the time, we'll do like the same workout and I'll come out sweatier than most women. Go ahead, take a break, team. We're gonna go ahead and flip back over. Take that circuit from the top. So we'll come right back into those forearm plank tap outs. All right, team, so go ahead and come onto forearms and toes or forearms and knees, depending on where we're at today, team. All right, so we're ready, got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's work. Meet your appropriate edge for today. Good, team. It's also okay to, you know, sometimes we feel like every workout has to be like this epic performance, but it's also okay, like maybe you can do these, but today they're just really hard. So maybe the best we're doing today is down on the knees, and that's okay. We all have our strong days and our low energy days. Perfect, team. Go ahead and flip back over. We'll come right back into those flutter kicks. So come down, flat on the back, actively press that lower back down into the ground. Hands under the booty for support. We got 30 seconds on the clock, team. Let's work. Good. Beautiful. I see more and more blue patches coming through. Yay. Beautiful team. Good team. We got about 10 seconds left. Good. Sometimes I tell my clients they have 10 seconds left and I'm lying, they got like 30. But sometimes it's like, perfect team. Go ahead and flip back over. We'll come back into those push up to shoulder taps. Hang on, I'll tell you in a second when I get in position here. So go ahead and come into your push-up position, palms and toes right here, team. 30 seconds on the clock, let's work. Good. Sometimes it's like, it's totally mental for them. Like I know they can do it, but they're in disbelief. They're just feeling their current struggle. So sometimes they'll be like, oh, 10 seconds left, it's not true. Good team. But when I say it to you guys, it is the truth. Good team, a few more seconds. Good. Beautiful team. Go ahead and flip back over. The last exercise, we'll come into those propped up bicycles. So go ahead and come down, prop yourselves up on these elbows right here. We got 30 seconds on the clock, team. Let's work. Good. That's why that timer's there. So you guys know, I'm not lying. Beautiful team. Beautiful. Nice strong core here. Invite that shake, that tremble. You got this. Good team, a few more seconds. Perfect team. Roll on up, shake it off, get some water if you need it, and we'll come into a cool down. All right, team, so let's start with stretching out the belly now that it's been working really hard. So let's go ahead and come down flat onto the stomach right here. And then just go ahead and press up. You can come into a little baby cobra, maybe a big cobra or up dog, or maybe we kind of want to not pressure the arms and we bring the forearms down, we stay in Sphinx pose. Just get a nice stretch in the front of the body. I'm going to go ahead and choose the more restorative Sphinxy. Good team. Good. I don't know about you guys, but I was starting to get a little ab shake going on there. Beautiful. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and come on up, press up onto all fours, and then come through to a seat. We're gonna come into a butterfly stretch. So go ahead and bring the bottoms of the feet together right here and the knees wide. Sit up nice and tall. Good. No slouching butterflies, proud tall butterflies. Beautiful team. This is one of my favorite stretches. I like the simple but effective stretches, workouts, all the above really. Good team. Good. And when you're ready, go ahead and take both feet, grab onto the toes or the ankles right here, and then just walk the feet out. Don't worry about getting the legs straight. Just kind of walk them out the best you can. Come into this seated forward fold shape. It's okay to bend the knees generously if we need to. Maybe you're super flexible and you're like in a perfect pancake. Meet your appropriate edge for today. Good. I like to keep a slight bend. Good. Beautiful team. And then just kind of, you know, don't force it, but let myself kind of breathe into it. Let the muscles relax into a deeper and deeper stretch. Good. Beautiful team. Go ahead and roll up right here. I'm going to go ahead and take the right foot, cross it over to the side of the left leg right here. And I'm going to go ahead and rotate over to the right side, place the right hand behind me, and come into this nice spinal twist. You should grab onto this knee right here and kind of pull it inwards so you feel this nice stretch in the IT band, as well as getting this twist in your spine. Good team. Wow, you should see these jumbo ants over here. So I'm from California, where I don't know if California just has like bizarrely small ants or if other places just have bizarrely big ones. But I have noticed, like I lived in the Midwest briefly, and the ants there are like 3 times the size of California ants. These are Washington ants. They're more like double the size. So they're not as big as Midwest ants, but they're bigger than Cali's. Perfect team. Go ahead and switch sides. Go ahead and straighten out that right leg. Bring the left leg over the right, and this time rotate over towards the left. And be sure you're not, you know, don't dump all your weight into this back hand, so you're just kind of chilling. Try and sit up nice and tall here, team. Give this knee a little tug, get a nice stretch in the IT band. Beautiful. And look over the left shoulder. Beautiful, team. Good. When we're ready, go ahead and come back to center. Let it go. This time I'm gonna scoot the booty more towards the front of the mat right here, and then lower on down. Hug both knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. If you're like me and you're on a hill, don't rock too hard or you will roll down the hill and YouTube will make fun of you forever. Good, team. When we're ready, go ahead and rock. I'm gonna go towards the left first because I feel a little more stable that way. Roll towards one side and then go ahead. I have them over towards my left. I'm gonna go ahead and straighten out the right arm, come into this nice spinal twist. You can bring the left hand on top of the right leg to give it a little weight. Good, team. Good. Good, and when we're ready, go ahead and roll back through center, and this time shift towards the other side. Oh wow, I'm in the dirt. Okay, so straighten out the left arm. I'm not gonna let my knees go all the way down here because I'm totally over the dirt. Good, team. Consequences of working outside, but I wouldn't change it. I love working out outside. More outside time. It's super therapeutic. Good, team. When you're ready, go ahead and roll back to center right here. You can straighten out both legs and let the arms go out. Let the feet splay where they want to. Come into Shavasana or corpse pose. Deep breaths here. Slow down the heart rate. Come back to normal. Good. Now you're welcome to hang out here or you can roll up while we get into my first how to go vegan tip. All right, so I'm gonna share, some of my life story with you guys throughout this 8-day journey. So my first tip to switching to a vegan lifestyle is to take small steps. I switched to vegan cold turkey. Like I went from, and I know someone who was like, oh, I only eat chicken and salmon twice a week. Like, no, I was a carnivore. So I definitely feel that if I can switch to vegan, anybody can, because it was a big commitment for me. So my first tip is to take small steps. I quit cold turkey. I went from carnivore, literally, I was on a pretty extreme meat eater diet, not a normal meat eater diet. And then overnight I was like, I'm vegan now. Ta-da, and I stuck with it. I don't advise that. It can give your body a little bit of a shock if you do it that way, especially if you are extremely heavy in eating meat. And that high amount of fiber had me going to the bathroom a lot, feeling bloated a lot. So there's just, better ways to ease yourself into it. And there are other things that I'll get into later of why that had an effect, like calories and stuff, but we can talk about that on another day. But I would suggest starting with, if you're someone who eats meat 5 days a week, maybe cut that down to like, okay, I'm only gonna eat meat at dinner time. And then, cut it down to, okay, I'm only gonna eat 4 days a week. Start incorporating that one. I'm gonna have meatless Mondays. On Mondays, I'm not gonna eat any meat. Or if it's, if maybe you're like, I don't really eat meat, it's just kind of dairy, that's the hard thing for me to give up. Setting little goals like that. Okay, well, on this day, I'm gonna be dairy free, or eggs, it might be the case. So my suggestion is to phase it out. I wouldn't cut cold turkey, you can if you want. It's gonna take quite a bit of willpower. But yeah, I would suggest phasing out step by step and then just kind of gradually ease yourself into a vegan diet. Give your body time to adjust. So that's my first tip for you guys, is to take small steps. If you're still chilling in Shavasana or if you're sitting up with me, go ahead and bring both palms together and bring them up to the third eye. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today, team, listening to my stories and vegan tips. And if you're ready, you can join me in saying the divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste. See you guys tomorrow.